tonight. How does that one feel?
Oh, it's good. That is worth the price of admission, I would say, for that one tonight for the fans. I've had a little bit of everything, that's for sure.
I've often said that this team is one of the most resilient teams I've seen. It doesn't matter who is in the lineup, what the score is. You guys, find a way to overcome it. Can you just talk about how resilient this team has been tonight and during the season?
Yeah, no, you know what? I think it's kind of a day-by-day thing that I've always kind of focused on, and our group is focused on. And then obviously too is that it's never a bad thing when there's opportunity to be had by other players. And you can see some guys, obviously Tristan specifically did a great job with that tonight. But yeah, no, I think that's part of it. And we've been learning a little bit as we go. We've been talking about it, just how we can stay the course and not try to get too rattled, even being down 4-1. The wind was out of our sails for sure, but I was really happy with how we came back.
Take me through that whole third period, the beginning of the third period, and then the comeback.
Taking you through, well, we had some great opportunities at the start of the third again there, and we couldn't capitalize. And I thought that was the difference in the second and the third, and they capitalized on the opportunities they got. I thought it was, from there we took a couple penalties there too that really hurt us there near the end. But you know what? You get momentum, you get one. Guys are doing a great job. Jack is in there. Tristan gets out, gets another one, and all of a sudden, then the crowd's into it. Everybody gets rolling a little bit. And we were feeling it on the bench. So it was one of those things. It was just take your time, believe in yourselves. It'll be fine. We had plenty of time.
You often talk about opportunity, especially during this time period. Talk about Tristan Nielsen and how he's taken up the most of his opportunities.
He certainly has. He's a guy who's has savvy. We've always talked about it. He's got a uniqueness to his game, and he reads the play very well. He anticipates, and here's a guy who I think is, we've talked about defensively and what his responsibilities are, and he's been working on that, and he's conscious of it, and he's a guy who's got some knack around the net. So we're very happy for that tonight.
In terms of this season, it's been rare that you guys have Bowie, Juleson, and Rathbone all in the lineup, especially for that right side. What impact did they bring tonight?
It's just nice to have a solid group of D. It makes it a lot easier for us matching lines, matching pairs against other teams' best lines. So you're right, we haven't had a lot of that this year, and so it's nice to have that depth, that's for sure, on the back end.
You guys are heading into a 4-game road trip here. What are you going to be looking for?
Sun. And then after that, we got a couple days. It's a big game. We're heading into Bakersfield. We know how big that is if you look at the standings and what that means to us. So, but we'll see who's in our lineup, as we say, and we'll go from there. But we're excited by the opportunity.
I come back like that, especially going up against a big game this weekend and a big road trip down in California. How much more does that energize the team with a comeback performance like that, rather than just ending it on a loss heading into this weekend?
Well, obviously a win is way better than a loss in that sense, but it's good for our confidence, good for our group. Come from behind is something that's special. We just talked about it quickly in the room there. Those are things that we want to do for sure. But you know what? For us, one game is one game. You got to leave that there and move on to the next.
And obviously we mentioned the California road trip coming up. Is there any sort of idea that over the last 24 hours or so you picked up 3 out of 4 points against the team out of the division? It's not counting against you in the standings if Manitoba were to go on and collect the full 2 points in either of those games. Is there any sorts of, not necessarily bonus points, but it feels a little bit better knowing that it couldn't negatively affect you in the
yeah, I think now points are points. It's awesome to achieve anything, and for our group, you come in, you say we're going to get 3 out of 4 over Manitoba, who's a good team, second place in their division. I think certainly we would take that.
First period, coach, looked like one of your better periods defensively. Like, you guys, honestly, you had 10 shots on net, felt like as many scoring chances. Penalty kill was excellent. Like, they couldn't get set up. Was that one of the better defensive periods, and kind of into the second as well that you've seen this year?
Well, we've been playing some good defense lately. We haven't given up a lot 5-on-5, And we've been trying to keep it tight no matter who's in the lineup. And so PK, we've been trying something different, trying to get some different looks for us and our group. We were sliding there for a while, so it's nice to see them, and obviously the other team came in. I mean, they got a pretty good back end and what they can do in their power play too. So, but no, overall, I was happy with their start.
Was there a different look to the penalty kill tonight? I felt like the guy was like firing out a little bit harder. Is that something you guys mixed up?
Yep, we've been doing some different things for the last couple of weeks, just trying to create something, a different look for our group.
Tristan gets some time on penalty kill last night. Tonight he's on the first power play unit, seizes the opportunity, scores on the power play for his first goal. What do you think about the kid coming out of junior and making that kind of impact in his rookie year?
No, he's been great. Like he's a kid who's got confidence in himself, which is great. Love it. I love his attitude, and it's just been for him. It's more just seeing the rest of the part of the game. We've always said that he's got some knack, that's for sure, and he certainly has shown that. I think he's one of those guys who's really risen to the occasion and taken hold of the opportunity.
And you didn't get any goals in the first two periods, but did you feel like? Well, I guess in the second period, but did you feel like the offense is really coming in the first 40 minutes? Like, it felt like you guys were getting a ton of scoring chances. Were you happy with not only 5-on-5, but on the power play looked good too?
Yeah, no, I thought our power play looked dangerous, had opportunities. We didn't capitalize on some in the second and the third, and that's dangerous. When that doesn't happen, then bad things usually can happen. So, but 5-on-5, I thought we did a good job. We had another plan coming into tonight from last night. We thought some things we could improve upon, and I thought we did that. Unfortunately, we couldn't execute the goals till the end, but we'll take them whenever.
Do you have an update on Ashton Sotner and Guillaume Brisebois?
Guillaume, we're hoping for, he's coming on the road trip, and we're hoping for Ashton to meet us on the road trip. So I think if everything goes well, Guillaume will play on the trip, and Ashton may not be a player on the trip, but we're hoping he can get some practice time in. Our practice time is so precious right now, and so it's such a busy month with games. So we have a few days there next week in San Jose that we're hoping Ashton can get in and then get some good practice and then see where it goes.
How confident are you going to be in that defense core when you get those two veterans back?
Yeah, as Dixon was saying, we got some guys there. If we can, who knows what happens from now. We've got trade deadlines, injuries for two teams, whatever happens, but you never know. But I would love to get our group back together if it ever does.
Justin Dowling as well, is he still with you guys?
He's with us, but he's still going through, so he's not a player for us this month.